I wear body armor just in case anyone ever breaks into my house so I can defend my family without having to worry about him shooting me.
But what if he shot you in the face?
What if he shot me in the face?
That's a risk we were willing to take.
That's not a risk I'm willing to take. Welcome to Demolition Ranch. Today we're checking out a bulletproof face mask, and these things have actually been used in real life quite a bit, it sounds like. I think SWAT's use these things, I think some military applications, some other organizations, and it's not a bad idea if you don't want to get shot in the face, but sure is uncomfortable and kind of limits your field of view. But this is level 2, meaning you can stop 22 long rifle, 9mm, 40 cal, all the way up to 357 Magnum. So anyway, pretty cool. This is the end of the video. Just kidding, we're totally gonna shoot it. Lieutenant Dan is gonna be our brave volunteer today. If you know why he's named Lieutenant Dan, comment below. This thing is not metal, it's Kevlar, so it's pretty light. Looks kind of scary, right? We're gonna start in classic Demolition Ranch style with a small caliber and work our way up until we find something that can kill Lieutenant Dan. First up, 22 long rifle out of a Ruger Mark I. I'm gonna shoot off to the side a little bit so that we have a little more real estate for shooting at it later. Here's our hit, barely scratched the surface. Safe to say a 22 long rifle is not gonna make it through. Let's step up our game a little bit. 380 ACP, this armor should have no problem with this little round. Bullet came in, hit right at eyebrow level, not even close to going through. And if that armor would not have been there, that would have definitely been a kill shot, even with the 380 ACP. 9mm, same diameter as a 380, but going a lot faster out of this Ruger. Looks like we hit right near the edge and it busted it up pretty good. Nothing there except a little bit of dust. So he's good, but he would have been pretty bruised from that thing. No bullet came through. So the next bullet I was gonna do is this 40 Smith & Wesson, and I accidentally shot through his eye. So that one killed him. Before we go check it out, let's try it again, not in the eyeball. So the first one that I went through the eye came through, just nicked this and went straight into his face. The second one hit right here, did not come through. He's good to go. 22 long rifle, 380 ACP, 9mm and 40 Smith & Wesson, all stopped by the level 2 mask. What about a 44 special? There's only one way to find out. Right in the teeth. Hope he's okay. This thing is not rated for 44 special, and it looks like it may have gone straight through. It totally bulged the inside of this. This is the foam padding that's on the inside. No rip in that at all. It caught that entire 44 special bullet. Still would have knocked his teeth out though. I have this 44 loaded with a 44 Magnum now. It's gonna be going faster. However, it's a hollow point, so it may not penetrate as deep. So we'll see if it stops or not. Kind of running out of room on our target here. Man, I don't know, this one's close. Hit right here. Let's see. Looks like he survived it. Let's look at the inside. Yep, knocked a little paint off in there, but nothing came through. Let's try something a little different. How about a 17 HMR? For those who don't know, this is a 22 Magnum case, neck down, to take a 17 caliber bullet. It's tiny and going super fast, and the way to defeat armor is with speed. Everyone knows that tiny things going really fast are great at penetrating. Yeah, everyone knows that. My friend told me that. For being such a tiny bullet, it really did a lot of damage. Totally stopped it, did not deform the back very much at all, which makes sense. It was a very lightweight bullet, but even with all that speed, it couldn't make it through. Now you'll notice, I haven't shot up here at all. I kind of figured this thing would stand up to everything we threw at it, but I have one last thing to shoot. Some people's truck gun is like a Glock 40 or a 9mm Beretta, something like that. Mine's a Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. I really like this gun, but I really hate shooting this gun. For comparison, here is a 500 Magnum. Here's a 40 Smith & Wesson, which is considered to be a fairly big bullet, but not compared to the giant 500 Magnum. Do you ever wake up in the morning and you're like, you know what, today, I really want my hand to hurt for the next couple of days? Yeah, me neither. Let's shoot Lieutenant Dan in the face with a 500 Magnum. Pulled it up a little high. I will be honest with you, I think I flinch every time I shoot this gun. So it didn't stop it, but it may have redirected enough to totally save his head. Let's do a little more of a direct hit. Why does this gun even have 5 spots in the cylinder? No one is ever going to want to shoot 5 rounds in a row out of this gun. Oh. Got him. You can probably tell by the Kevlar fragments coming out of his forehead wound that he didn't make it. The front of this looks innocent enough, just a little scuff, no big deal, right? The back of it tells the rest of the story. That bullet went straight through, continued on into our good old buddy's head. May he rest in peace. Bulletproof masks are expensive, they're bulky, uncomfortable, but pretty awesome. And this one did everything it was supposed to do, plus more. It stopped a 44 Magnum. Did not stop a 500 Magnum, which is pretty weak. This episode is brought to you by Audible.com. Audible has over 180,000 titles of books that they'll read to you. And if you use my code in the description below, you get 1 month's free trial. The book I would recommend is one that I just read called The Zombie Survival Guide by Max Brooks. In the book, it tells you kind of an in-depth look at zombie physiology, how to kill them, what weapons are best to use against them, and also how to prepare your home for a long-term siege of the undead. What I like most about the book is he never acts like maybe zombies aren't real, or maybe we don't need to prepare. He is 100% confident that they're coming and we need to be ready now. Finally, someone who gets me. Thanks for watching Demolition Ranch, and I will see you next time. Contact! What about the quad hawk? No, don't move, don't move. Bobby? Actually, the velocity was probably slowed down enough by the Kevlar that after leaving the Kevlar face mask and going through his cranium, there was enough velocity loss that it stopped before it hit his cerebral cortex. No, he did.